Welcome back to Conscious Wellness. Today's practice is called Presence is Sacred Control, because we literally move from presence being a concept of showing up with whatever you've got into presence being our highest sense of control, the sacred kind. We're working with your gaze and your tongue, Shambhavi Mudra and Jihvā Bandha. These two gestures activate the deepest focus in the body without forcing anything at all. Before we begin, the breathwork dot is back on the screen to help you soothe. Follow it, inhaling as it expands and exhaling as it contracts. This is going to help your nervous system steady while we work with subtle focus. It's also going to start to activate your internal metronome for when we activate these gestures. If you could use more grounding of your monkey mind, add the pelvic lock as you exhale. Or if you could use more tempering of your mental emotional state, add the core lock on exhale, pulling the navel in and up. If you're joining us late in the game and don't know what either of those are, they'll be included in the description below the video. Let's take a couple more breaths however you need. Now let's try on our gestures of the day. We'll start with Shambhavi Mudra, the inner gaze. Look straight ahead. Find something lifeless to fixate and focus on. And then soften your outer eyes to release tension in your vision. Then lift your eyes, not your eyebrows, just your sense of vision, toward the space between your eyebrows so that you're looking upward. Allow your awareness to follow. Gently start to close the eyes while the eyes continue to look upward at the brow. This is Shambhavi Mudra. Next, we'll move on to your tongue. Glide it up to the roof of your mouth until it gently lands behind the top front teeth. Lightly activate pressure here. That's Jihvā Bandha, a gesture that helps release pressure in the jaw and the physiological stress laden therein. When you're ready, let's release them both and take 3 more breaths. Inhale with the dot, exhale with the dot, and focus on the steadiness of the breath. Do your best to retain that steadiness as we practice the gestures. We'll practice both for just 90 seconds. Let's start activating Shambhavi again. Lift your inner gaze up to the eyebrows, not straining, not rolling your eyes upward, just a subtle upright awareness. Let the breath anchor your focus. Now we add Jihvā Bandha. Apply light pressure behind the upper teeth with the tip of the tongue. Notice how your exhale instantly deepens. Your mind gets quieter because the tongue lock stabilizes the vagus nerve. On each inhale, allow the inner gaze to lift and stabilize. On each exhale, allow the tongue to deepen the mind stability. Allow the upper spine to lengthen naturally. And continue practicing just like this. Each inhale reinforcing the gaze, and each exhale reinforcing the tongue. If either gets too tense, causing pain or strain, release for a breath and then reactivate. Release the gaze, release the tongue, and take one easy inhale and a longer than usual exhale. Take a moment to feel the stillness behind your eyes. This is sacred control. Not tension and not forcing, just awareness that doesn't leak. What you're likely feeling right now is a quiet mind, a grounded upper spine, less tension in the jaw, and a sudden sense of internal steadiness. This is the normal reaction to these gestures. These two locks regulate awareness without effort. Both of these techniques shift your nervous system quickly. Shambhavi improves your focus. Jihvā stabilizes the jaw and vagus nerve. And together, they deepen your exhales. They pull scattered awareness back inward. They calm overactivity in the prefrontal cortex. And they support concentration without strain. This is presence without performance. Shambhavi Mudra appears in classical Hatha yoga texts as a gateway to steady concentration, while Jihvā Bandha is one of the most subtle internal locks referenced in traditional Pranayama to regulate your pranic flow. Ancient practitioners noticed something modern science now confirms, that when the eyes and tongue stabilize, the mind will slowly follow. This is sacred control, the kind that protects your awareness instead of leaking it. Thanks for practicing with us. See you tomorrow.